today I have Cindy.
Hello.
And I have Jen. And these are like my two closest girls. There's only one missing, which is Julie. Oh, and Mindy.
Ooh. Sorry.
No, it's fine. There's only Julie and Mindy missing. But today, for Therapy Thursdays with So and Cindy and Jen, we are going to be talking about Instagram relationships, not only as like a couple, but friendships.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about Instagram relationships, them in a couple or as friendships. And I was like, let me get other people's opinion. That isn't mine opinion, but yeah, I feel like our opinions are very similar in them. So me personally, I feel like a lot of people lie. They're straight up liars. I feel like they try to paint a picture.
I mean, just in social media, like not even when it comes to their relationships.
Yeah,
like social media, like don't go based off social media if you want to see what someone's doing, what kind of status they're in. Social media is the worst thing.
Yeah.
You can go based off.
Yeah. You?
I feel like, I know like sometimes they say like don't show, you know, like the bad about stuff on social media, but it's like if you're watching it, you shouldn't automatically assume that everything is fine. Just know that there are, you know, some rough times between those relationships, whether it's like she said, relationship or friendship. They all have their hard times.
Yeah. And in social media, people are just gonna post their best selves or like their best moments. Nobody's gonna post like I just had a suicidal thought or something like that.
They're not gonna post that. But when it comes, I feel like relationships in particular, a lot of people, like we are saying that they show all the good, right? They be like, "Ooh, babe, I love you. Ooh, this, ooh, that," but yet you turn around and you say or do something differently that is not in regards to that relationship.
And it's not even just like, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. Because you can love the person and just post the good stuff and still have like your arguments, because every relationship has arguments.
Of
course.
But now when you're posting like this is my life right here, but then you turn around and you're trying to get with someone else, professing your love to someone else, then that's what we're more so talking about.
Yes.
Right.
That. Because.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because we're speaking off of experiences and stuff like that, what we have seen or what we have said to each other, because these two girls are like literally, well, my best friend for 10-11 years now, and literally my best friend like overnight, even though we've known each other forever, but since like high school, but you know, whatever. So it's like stuff that we've all like experienced, and I don't know, like I just feel like a lot of people need to either show their true colors or don't post all this like lovey-dovey shit if that's not how you truly feel.
Exactly.
Like if you're not happy in your relationship, like let's say if it were me and I'm not happy in my relationship, I'm not posting the person. I'm not posting us doing stuff, going on dates and stuff, because we're not actually happy.
You know, good stuff like.
Yeah, it's like you're false advertising, and it's like it's okay to not be happy, because eventually you're gonna find yourself. You're gonna pick your time to, you know, heal and, you know, do what you gotta do. But I just personally would not post it. I would just post others.
Yeah. I've also said like after, and I feel like I've said this in a video when I talked about like my ex or whatever, I feel like now personally, like I would never, not that I wouldn't ever post, but I won't post like, oh my god, we just did this today. Like I just feel like having a social media relationship is just not worth it, because I showed my relationship, not every little detail, but I did share a lot of it on like my stories and stuff like that. So when we did break up and it came out of nowhere, everybody was like, wait, but I thought you guys were good. Like you guys were like living your life, and then now you're not together and you're just like, and I'm like, yeah, because you guys didn't see what I was living, but that was also my own doing, and that's something that I would not do ever again.
And then also to have to sit there and answer that question multiple times, like all the time that people are gonna be asking me, like, oh, what happened to so and so?
She's like barely in love.
Like, what happened to so and so, or like, I thought you guys were together. So it's gonna get tiring afterwards for you to sit there and have to answer and
relive that whole breakup,
especially if it was a bad predicament. You know, like I wouldn't want to relive that.
I just can't. No, I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, I just feel like it's unfair, especially for your spouse or your significant other, that if you're over here telling them one thing, but then turning around and acting a different way. Like, it's unfair to them, because if you're like, if you don't truly love them, or you can love them, but just not in that kind of way, or not that strongly, I feel like you should communicate with that person. Because it's unfair, because you're like practically stringing them along. Right. Like, you can't be like, I love you, I love you, I love you, you are my one and only, and then turn around and do other things with other people and say those same things to someone else.
Yeah.
Like, it's unfair, and you're practically just gonna hurt them even more by doing that than just being straight up.
If you love them, let them go.
Literally.
Yeah, honestly.
What's going through your mind, Celissa?
It's just that this topic is very recent, not in my life, but in like lives that I know of. So it's like, you know, it not that it's ever cute, pero eso es solamente se luce, like it only looks like okay in a way when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young and dumb, but not when you're
high school stuff.
Yeah.
I think, like, as you get older, you kind of start realizing it's not so important to be posting your relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, the less people know, the better it is. You know?
And I feel like, let's say like influencers, right? Let's talk about them for a second, right? They paint their stuff to be so perfect, just like we would or whatever.
Yep.
But I would rather see, if you're fighting, I want to see it, because there's no way in hell that you're always perfect, because I know that you're not. Like, if you're gonna fight, like I watched KK and Baby J, and maybe like a year and a half ago they got into a really big fight, and homegirl threw his phone across the room, and she was vlogging that. She did not care, because she wants to show people like, niggas not fighting, like, you know, like we argue, like we're not fucking perfect. And I would rather that than someone be like, oh no, like I'm so in love, and I'm so innocent. Like, no, like I know you guys argue. I know couples argue in relationships, obviously in relationships, even friends argue and stuff like that. It's not always like, oh my god, like we didn't talk for like a year and a half or some shit like that, but that's fine, like we just grew from that or whatever. But everybody thought that we were still like friends because we weren't on social media being like, well, fuck that bitch. Like, no, we don't. Like, I feel like that's so childish. Like,
it's really unnecessary too.
It's so unnecessary.
Like, what are you gonna gain out of it? Like, what is the end result? It's not really anything. It's other than people knowing your business to its entirety. And you know what's funny? Like, sometimes people, like, I don't know if you ever seen, like, some people will be like, oh, you know, like, mind your own business and stuff. But it's like, you are posting your business on social media. You have to like level out what you would and would not show.
Exactly.
It's, if you don't want other people like giving their 2 cents in it, don't post it.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
It's so simple, but yet people don't get it.
They don't.
Because it's so simple. Just don't put every little thing out there. Like, and it sounds so bad, right? Because we're on YouTube and I'm putting all of this out there, but I feel like it's more of like an advice thing. Like, I'm not putting my day-to-day life out there or anything like that. And I don't think I could ever, unless I'm like with a family, and if I'm fighting with whoever I have a kid with, I'm like, turn on the camera, espérate, para que yo vean, for them to see what the fuck is really going on, because I can't. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I can't.
You know what I feel too sometimes? Like, it looks bad. I've literally seen it with a few people on my Instagram where they're like, they're in a relationship. The next thing you know, they're single. Yeah. And then next thing you know, they're together. And then they're single again. And I'm just like, okay, so this is keeping up with so-and-so.
I mean, if you're going to be doing that, so don't even post that you guys
don't
broke
post
up. Or like,
don't
post like single or like whatever. Single, ready to mingle.
Because I feel like you're just making yourself look bad. And then it's like, now that we have like this insight of your relationship, we're just like, oh, this is an on-off relationship.
And you're giving people a platform to judge you, right? Because you're allowing them to put their 2 cents into your relationship because you're posting everything,
right? Like
literally everything. So me, as somebody that I'm watching what I have watched, you look dumb. Like, you look dumb. You look dumb because it's like you were painting everything to be fucking roses and all this fucking unicorns and shit, and then it's not. and it's unfair, like you were just saying, to the other person because they're unaware of what's really going on.
Right.
And that's selfish. Pero
at the end of the day, people are gonna do whatever the fuck they
wanna do.
Yeah.
It's just more so like if you wouldn't want this being done to you, don't do it to your significant other. Like that's how you should be living your life. Like respect or treat others like how you want to be treated at all costs.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
It's so simple.
How do you guys feel when it comes to, let's say you're in a relationship with somebody, let's say you guys have been together for, I don't know, let's say 6 months or more. How do you guys feel about the whole, oh, he hasn't posted me?
I actually
situation.
don't really care about that.
Yeah,
I don't care either.
Because posting, what is that the way that is it? Are girls' self-esteem so low that that's the only way that the person can prove that they love you?
Right.
What does that matter?
I know, like me, I don't care. Maybe like I feel like we would have all cared when we were younger.
Yeah,
right. I feel personally, I'm gonna speak like if I were to ever had been in a relationship when I was in high school, I would have wanted that, right? But even like everybody knows this. I mean, if you don't now, you know. But I really do see my ex as like that relationship as something that should have been when I was in high school or whatever. So there was a part of me that wanted him to post me. But then once he did post me, I never asked for him to do it. It was more like internally, like I'm like, oh, when is he gonna post me, whatever. But that was my first relationship, so I felt like, okay, if I were to have asked him, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But when he did post me, I was so quick to be like, no, delete it.
Yeah.
Because I just felt like I don't need to be reassured by you posting.
That's like a reassurance that people shouldn't need.
Yeah, like I was just like, I don't need that reassurance from anybody.
I'd rather you not post me and I feel happy in our relationship than for you to post me and we're having problems.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah. I feel like that's like, and I feel like that's still something very big where it's like, because I went through a relationship where my significant other was like, oh, you need to post me, you can post me enough, because I had other guys hitting me up like I can fucking control that. Like,
yeah,
I can control that. Like,
you can.
Hello, but he was like, oh, it's because you don't post me enough. But like, you think that's gonna stop other people from hitting me up? Like, that's not. As long as that person gives you the place that you need to have in his life, for him to not be talking to other people, for him to not be stepping out of your relationship, like posting you or not shouldn't matter, like at all.
There's girls that get posted all day, every day,
and still
later on they get cheated on, like within 5 minutes of posting. You know, there's like some guys don't care.
Yeah, they definitely. And I'm gonna say this. There's people that do. Fuck! Oh my god. Okay, so there's. This is so messy, but
they like messy.
I'm trying to figure out how to like word this, because I know that the individual isn't going to watch, but one of the individuals may be watching. And I'm never going to say names, but don't say one thing to one person and then post your man.
Yes.
Because that's you feeling guilty because you know that you did something wrong.
I mean, that goes back to the telling them you're one and only, and then turning around and
it's just
saying the same thing practically to someone else. It's like not fair to that person, because you're just gonna hurt them more by stringing them along. Like, if you don't really love the person you're with, you need to drop that.
Right. And you're only doing it because at this point I feel like people are doing it more for Instagram, playing a big part, because social media does play, and numbers and likes, and they
want to show that they live this perfect life.
Yeah.
Like, nobody is perfect. No matter how much you try, nobody is perfect. Nobody lives a perfect life. People go through shit, especially 2020. Like,
even Michelle
life
was going through stuff.
Yeah, like
it is life. Like, nobody's perfect.
I would be scared if we lived in a perfect world. Fuck out of here. Like, I'll be fucking terrified. If imagine tomorrow we wake up, Ito, our debt is paid off. We don't have to worry about rent. We don't have to worry. Oh, we could go out to eat and esto es gratis. Like, I feel like that's like fucking scary as fuck. So don't paint a perfect picture in a relationship when it's not perfect. And even if it is perfect, don't post it too much, because then you're just jinxing your relationship at that point.
It's like the whole evil eye situation.
Yeah, because people are going to hate. Trust me. They're going to hate, and it's really unfortunate, but there's a lot of people that just hate.
Yeah,
they just hate a lot, and it's not okay.
Yeah, it's not. I just feel like you should just be honest with yourself, be honest with the people around you, be honest to your significant other, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what you would want with people being with you.
Yeah,
right.
So like, I'm very big, like, treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, me too.
Period.
I mean, there was a point in my life where I was like a really big bitch, but you can testify that I've changed a lot. I've changed.
Just grab her.
No, I can definitely still be a bitch.
No, yeah, I mean,
some people that deserve it. Like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, but over time we grow, you know.
Yeah, we
grow our things.
We go to therapy. I love my therapist. Shout out to my therapist, because I know you watch. So shout out to you for dealing with me and all my craziness. But yeah,
I just feel like this is such a, like, and it can go into so many different branches that we can literally be here all night talking about this.
Oh my god, we should start a podcast.
I want to start a podcast so badly.
Fun.
Yeah. With hookah, drinks,
like
just doing our makeup.
I'm down with that.
Do it. I'll like be there all the time. But yeah, we can really go into this so much more, but I want you to ask them a question for them to answer, and you to ask them a question for them to answer down below. Like, I'm not going to do it this time.
You this before so I could.
Yeah, I didn't brainstorm. This is so off guard.
That's the best.
Okay. Oh, what are your opinions on Instagram relationships and people that paint a perfect picture but are really not?
Have you ever been the person to expect to be posted, and have you grown from it?
Yeah,
That's a good one.
those are so good.
What's your question, bitch?
No, it's you too.
What's your question?
My question is, how do I even word this?
What is it that you're trying to get at?
I'm trying to say, like, have you ever been the person to want to be with someone else, but you're in something with someone else? How do I word this? Like, basically, like
you're stuck between two people. You want to be with someone, but you're already with somebody.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Yeah. And
what
have you done about it?
Yeah, let us know, cause
let's get these comments real
like
juicy.
a pro and cons list.
Yeah, like what goes into
like what's your mentality on it?
Yeah, because I would like to know.
And how would you feel if one of those people were doing it to you?
Right. Yeah, let us know down below. Ooh, let us know. I want to know. But that is all for this Thursday's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and answer the questions down below.
Yes, I will be reading all of them and giving my thoughts.
Yes, she actually would. Alright, turulits, see you guys next time. Bye.